Yo, yo, yo. Live in full effect at the Incubator, man. Episode 1, Season 1.
The premiere.
The What's Your Why podcast, where we bringing in different entrepreneurs that we know, going into our Rolodex, you feel me? Pulling out people that we know that's really influential people, business owners trying to do the right thing out here, man. So, this first episode is very near and dear to my heart. Why? Because this is my pro fight, man. This is my pro fight, man. Literally, literally, man, listen. If y'all only knew what it took before anything else happened, I literally would not be a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated without the help of this man.
Nah, don't do that.
Literally. Man, I'm not capping. I'm not capping, man. But, hey, I'm here. Before I get into who our guest is, man, Tim Robertson here, man. What's happening, good people? You feel me? We got my business partner, my co-host, my brother, my university school brother, my Lake Erie College brother, Storm Nation. You feel me? We got my boy Des Stanley in the building. CEO Des. Go ahead and talk to the people real quick.
We're in the building, like you said, episode 1. Super excited to get it going. You feel me? Sharing different stories from other entrepreneurs, man. Just getting the word out about, what it really takes. You feel me? It's a lot of people, especially since COVID, a lot of new entrepreneurs, a lot of people getting into business, owning, starting new businesses. So I think this would be good,
Sure.
Let everybody know what it really takes, like what goes on behind the scenes. So with that being said, let's jump into it.
I want to just have our guest introduce himself real quick, man. This is one of the listen. You talking to Mr. Baldwin Wallace.
Nah.
You talking to Mr. Pie Chapter.
Oh no.
You feel me? Listen, go ahead and introduce yourself, man. I'm not gonna run your resume for you. I'm gonna let you talk your own stuff.
Y'all got me in here tilted to the side though.
we gotta catch the angles.
What's going on in here, man?
It's like Breakfast Club, man.
I appreciate y'all bringing me on. I mean, it's an honor to be in the midst of you two gentlemen who have, been doing a lot of things lately.
Good,
I really don't even classify myself yet as an entrepreneur, to be honest.
Man, stop it.
But I'm Darius Cook. Thanks for the the introduction. But nah, man, I'm Darius Cook. I don't even know what's the first thing of me. I'm just a man with many hats.
For sure. As you should be.
I live by the mindset that there's nothing I can't do.
Cause it's not.
Right.
Not.
So
It's
that's what I do, man. And some of my endeavors are entrepreneurial, but for real, I don't even classify myself, excuse me, typically as an entrepreneur. This is tea right here, man.
Get you right though.
I don't really classify myself as an entrepreneur.
Why
I just
not?
really classify myself as I don't want to say a doer because that's so it doesn't have a pizzazz to it. But I'm just a doer,
like
man.
vague.
If I see an opportunity, I just seek after it. I figure out how I can make it me, and then we just go from there, type of thing.
I like that.
I don't know,
Just get
entrepreneur.
stuff done. You just get it
Yeah,
done.
just get stuff done. Yeah.
That's a lot of what entrepreneurship
Okay,
is.
so
Yeah,
now,
that's good.
as a doer, just going off of that, how do you focus in on what you think is really important to you then? Like, or do you just view everything as important? Like every opportunity is important to you?
I wouldn't say every opportunity is important, but I can't really say that either.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I look at it like decisions, right?
Yeah.
So, I might be stealing this concept from somebody, but it stick with me too. Like, a decision, every decision is bad until proven it's not. So every decision is bad. For real. So it's the energy you put behind the decision.
Okay.
That makes the decision that
Okay.
we think in our mind, but every decision is bad. So I would say every opportunity in the same regard is just like you don't know if it's good or not.
Okay.
It's just the energy you put behind the opportunity.
So every opportunity is created equal. It just depends on the effort and energy that you put into that opportunity. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I like that.
I think that's what separates certain people.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, all of us have I say this to say we all come from different places and different mindsets and different passions, right?
Facts.
But we all have access to the same, literally sometimes the same things that certain people have access to.
Yeah.
Is it we're going to put the energy behind it,
Right.
or aren't we going to put the energy behind
Right.
it, or do we want to do it, or do we not want to do it?
Right.
And I never got the answer to the question of when somebody asks me why I do something that I do.
Right.
You know, and sometimes this can be negative, and we can speak more on it like later on.
Yeah.
But I go off a feeling.
Okay.
So if an opportunity,
How you feel about the situation?
no, a feeling, like an opportunity comes my way, it's a feeling. Like I put my feelings first. And sometimes I'm a very logical person.
Right.
Yeah.
But when it comes to me because my thing is that if I do something, I'm going to put my all in it.
I agree.
So a lot of people, you can be mentally in there. Unless I know a lot of people who do things that they don't like.
Right.
Or they do it because it satisfies their needs,
Yeah.
right? So I do a lot of, I try to not do things that where I'm doing something, for example, just to make money,
Okay.
right? I need to feel it first.
Okay.
I need to feel it, and then I'm like, you know what? Sign me up. You know what? Like, yes, I'll take that meeting with you. Yes, after I take that meeting with you, yes, let's do it. Let's start the preliminary phases or whatever you want to do. Or like, yeah, I appreciate your proposal. Let's rock out. Like, oh yeah, I'll come speak for a radio show. Yeah, I'll come speak for this panel. Yeah, I'll come do this because it's a feel first. I'm very logical, but in certain regards, man, I go to my feelings.
Is that a way that you sort of keep yourself from being overwhelmed too? Like you being sort of selective with the opportunities that you take? Because I know for a fact, like a lot of people, especially me in particular, I feel like you said at the beginning of the show, I feel like I can do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Man.
in turn, I end up doing everything.
Right.
And a lot of times, people be like, okay, cool, like why do so much? I'm not necessarily the type of person that would get burned out like other people would, but I know everybody has their breaking point, right?
Yeah.
So
Everybody
is you being selective in like the opportunities that you take sort of a tool that you use or a mechanism that you could use for not being overwhelmed or spreading yourself too thin?
Bro, to be honest, man, I can't even. I'm always overwhelmed, and I think that fuels who I am. I think that is the defining. I think that is the defining characteristic that makes me who I am. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, like when I was in, my first 2 years of college, bro, I was a public health ambassador for Truth Initiative. Like, I was traveling the world giving presentations on the epidemic of cigarette smoking.
Yeah.
Like, I was traveling the world telling people, you know, this is what, you know, not even the world. Let me dub it down. The United States traveling, you know, giving the facts on tobacco. I never once told nobody not to smoke cigarettes. Never once said that. I always told people, like, hey, these are the facts I'm here to present it to you. And then I went around, and then it kind of scoped into me, overviewing, basically like overviewing campaigns that was centered around tobacco prevention.
Okay.
So, bro, what I did then is so different from what I'm doing now. Like now, I'm like, I don't even know. I just say I use my voice now.
Right.
So I just dropped my own podcast at the area. I was on the episode.
Yes, sir.
It was the other side of the AM. It's on
A1.
Spotify.
Shout that out right now. Like
Yeah,
jazz
go
it right
go,
now.
Go
Run
look
it up.
at it. Go
Short
look at
commercial
it.
break.
Go look at it. Right. Go look at it. It's called The Other Side of the AM, and it's on every platform. It should be, by the time this episode airs, it should be on Apple. All right.
Let's get it.
You know, I have my own radio show. It's called The Soul Simmer that airs on Sundays from 3 to 6 p.m.
Yes, sir.
I'm in a break right now. I'm in a rebranding phase in a break because I just want to focus on some other things I got going on. You know, what else? I'm a photographer, so I take pictures. I haven't been taking pictures as much as I want to, but that's still in my back pocket no matter what.
Always.
And what else, man? I'm an intern for NPR right now.
Love it.
Hopefully
man.
they give me a full-time job.
They will,
But,
man. They will.
Yeah,
It's
man.
on the way.
And overwhelming makes me like who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so wild that I have to say this, or I'm saying it right now. But like, man, like it defines who I am because I feel like man, I just feel like it pushes me because if I do get overwhelmed, it's I'm trying to not be overwhelmed now.
Right.
So that pushes me through the process.
Right.
I don't rate if you listen to this and you like, man, I gotta be overwhelmed. That's the key to success. Nah, man, that is my key to success. You know what I'm saying? And I know this is an amazing podcast right here, but it just gives you different perspectives. Some
100%.
people, some people that's probably my girlfriend who's gonna come after this don't like being overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it because if I get overwhelmed, dude, I'm on it.
They say you should never be comfortable.
Yeah, that too. But everybody got their own key to success, and I think that having a massive amount of things to get done, that's what thrives me to push through.
Right.
You know.
Right.
It takes us to one of our other questions. Do you think your background has, kind of impacted how you go about things today?
Yes. Wholeheartedly.
Directly.
What? Yes.
100%.
Like, bro, yes. I don't. Man, I don't. It's never a moment where I'm never being myself. And, bro, I know how it feels to have nothing.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I know how it feels to have nothing.
Yeah.
So, every day, I try to wake up to get something.
Can you give us a little rundown of your background?
Oh, man.
Please.
Yeah, I want to open up a can.
It's a part of the story.
So, all right, so, man, I'm from Washington, D.C. I grew up in a neighborhood called Search and Quarters. I grew up in a project called Search and Quarters. It's a pretty bad neighborhood. I mean, I survived. But, just crime. But D.C. as a whole, a city holistically, the other side of D.C.,
right,
which I grew up at, it's a do or die type of situation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There was a point where like a lot of my friends were dying. There was a point where it was just a lot going on. But like that's just the stigma of what it means to grow up in a city like that.
right.
So my mom, we struggled, like as growing up, and bro, I've never seen success like in front of my face until I stepped out of that neighborhood.
Right.
And never will I forget where I come from, but I will never go back. I will never forget where I came from. That's who I am. That is the premise of the 2 feet that I walk on.
Right.
I know how it feels to just like I ain't never experienced my lights get cut off or I ain't had no hot water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do know what the struggle is about because my mom struggled a lot to get me the things that I got now. And then just like my family holistically, a lot of achievements that most families have achieved, my family didn't achieve. Like, my uncle had the best job in my whole family. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's the who I am. Like the struggle, man, the waking up every day and seeing my mom struggle, the waking up every day and saying like, damn, man, I really live like this. Like, and I'm watching TV, I'm watching movies, and people are like living in mansions, and people are just like, just grabbing at success. Yeah. And man, that I don't. Sure. It's so man. It's so I'm back to emotions, right? And I don't even like to speak on emotions, but like the emotions of how I grew up fuels the grind and the grit that I have now. If that defines it the best I can. I can't. Normally, I don't get tripped up on words and how to describe things, but when it describes my upbringing and how it fuels it now, fuels it. Like I legit had nothing. I grew up with nothing. So like every day I wake up, man, I try to my goal is to make sure my mom never has to really feel like she has to work to make something.
Right.
I just want to give her whatever she needs, whatever she wants. Yeah. Like that fueled me when I was in high school, and I was like, I gotta get up out of this. I gotta get up out of here, man.
Have you reached the point yet where you've gone home and people that you were around before you left off to college have looked at you as if, you feel me, you're acting different towards them, or like as if you don't fit in with them anymore?
No, I actually haven't experienced that. I get looked up at.
Okay.
A lot, and that,
I think
and that,
made it
like a role model as opposed to.
Nah, man, it's just like it creates an anxiety behind it too.
Yeah.
Right. Because like let me explain first.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people look up to me in regards to like I'm the safe haven for the family, for my family,
Indeed.
for my people.
Indeed.
So it's like to a point where like, damn Darius, don't forget about me when you come up. Like, don't forget about me. And it's always like, man, Darius, man, he gonna do the thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people are relying on me to be successful.
That's it.
That
like
and it gets scary because it's like if I fail, and which I won't, but the thought of failing or thought of not getting to a certain level does create an anxiety around me moving day to day. Because it's not only I'm doing this for me, I'm doing this for my mama. Not only I'm doing this for my mama, I'm doing it for my sister. Not only doing it for my sister, I'm doing it for my niece and my nephew. I'm not doing it for my niece and my nephew, I'm doing it for my brothers, like back home, like niggas I grew up with. Like it's like it's just not me. And most people have just them. Like I'm grinding for me. Grinding for me, but I'm also trying to grind and create a legacy that's never been done before.
Real stuff.
Like nobody in my family has done this, man. Like you know, I got like distant cousins that graduated college and then they had grabbed success within their fields. But like my immediate family, I'm like nobody's done this, bro. Like I have no blueprint to look at other than my mentors, and I give in every moment I get to speak about my success. Every moment I get to speak about how I got to where I got, I give it to my mentors. I give them the utmost respect, and especially Kawaku, man. Kawaku changed my life. I met him.
You bring him up a lot, man.
Yeah, I met him when I was 10th grade, man. Like for real, like I said this on my podcast. I'm gonna repeat it again because y'all just gotta know.
You told the story to be a couple times.
You gotta just know it's true. Like man, it was to a point where like you ever felt like you knew. You were going to be something, but you just didn't believe it or you couldn't see it. And like that's how I was, man. Like I was in 10th grade, I was getting good grades in high school. I was on a roll days. Listen, I was popping in like 10th grade, but I also was like, man, it's no way. I didn't see nobody go to college from my neighborhood for real.
So that was your ceiling until he told you.
Yeah, until he showed. Like he didn't even tell me. He's just his way of life showed me that I could potentially be at a different level of than what I am now. For sure. Like his way of life, and then I had a mentor named Chico. He worked for the Washington Post. I got him, and he showed me he showed me a different side of life. Like he is a white male. Yeah. So, but you know, my mentor,
different perspective.
A whole different perspective on just how family dynamics and family structure kind of matters. Sure. And just seeing him and knowing his success and knowing the things, you know, he went through, because I really thought, and I had like I was very I was very angry at certain cultures in America because I didn't think nobody struggled other than black people. So hearing him, it struggles are different on a 100%. Spectrum, man. Struggles on a spectrum, but like he struggled. Talking about he's struggling in his own capacity. He's a white male that achieved success. He's a reporter for the Washington Post. Like he has a beautiful, beautiful wife. He has a kid now, but at first he didn't have a kid. But he's a beautiful wife. He's living in a house in D.C., which is very expensive to live in. You know, he has his mom, his dad home. He goes to their home, but he still went through adversity. Right. And adversity from a different level. People like, no, you ain't go through no adversity, bro. Like, all this is spectrum wise. But hear my mindset. I didn't think that people that weren't black did not struggle, or weren't a minority of America did not struggle. I just thought every day, like a silver plate, and you ate. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. But he did have that, but he also had a struggle. So when I met him, I'm just a black kid from D.C., and he opened up to me the first time, and he understood what I was coming from. He understood where he was coming from, and he just gave me some of the best advice ever. And it's like not even advice. Like Kawaku understood me because he understood my struggle. Chico didn't understand it. Lived through it, but he was like, okay, Darius, look, I don't really understand anything that you're talking about here, you know what I mean, But let me tell you this: let me tell you that other side of success. When you go to college, this is what you do. Right. You know, like not saying that my mentor Kawaku didn't say that, but it was just like when you go to college. Oh shoot! It's all good. It's all good. When I go to college, you know, when you go to college, this is what you do. I gotta cut that out. When you go to college, this is what you do. And then when you sit in a certain room, this is what you do. When you speak, this is how you speak. And he just instilled in me a next level that I didn't realize that he instilled it to me until I got to that next level. I was like, damn it, Chico, you motherfucker. I'm raw now, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I don't even know the question. But, like, I think, I pride myself on mentorship. And, like, I think I said this also. And I'm a firm believer of this, man. I hate when people pull the not even self-made. I got here by myself.
Yeah.
Type of mindset. Like, granted, you're self-made. You did it. You got out the mud. Like, I respect that. I respect it. Like, you ain't, nobody gave it to you. Anybody I meet that's like that, I got the respect for you because I think differently.
Right.
But I'm not going to say me, Darius Cook, got here because myself. No, I got here because people pushed me along the way.
Yeah.
I met people along the way that probably don't even know that they poured into me and kept me going. And I'm still meeting people like, y'all, nigga, I'm not even at the climax of what I want to do yet, but I'm in the good preliminary phases where I'm doing more than most. But I'm not there where I need to be now. So I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I'm still meeting new people, man.
Most definitely.
For real.
Let's take a real quick break just to shout out our sponsors, right? And the first sponsor is going to be the house of the podcast, right? The Incubator, an entrepreneur's dream space. Literally, the purpose of our space, first of all, is co-owned by me, Dez, and our other business partner who's actually not on the show right now, Corey Pearson. But listen, an entrepreneur's dream space is what it really is. So if you have a clothing line, we have a place for you to sell your clothes. We also have a place for you to make your clothes. If you're anybody who's interested in either pampering yourself, ladies, anything like that, we have a masseuse here. We have makeup artists. We have estheticians. Listen, we have an event center. We have an investment organization. We have an investment group. What else we got, man? Des, listen, they don't know. We are limitless. It is limitless.
Workspace, storage space.
All of that, man. Whatever you need.
See the podcast. We got the green room.
Whatever you need, the Incubator is here to provide it for you, man. So, just so you all know, the Incubator is here for anybody's entrepreneurial needs. That's sort of the fuel to this show. The reason why we decided to create What's Your Why, and also the reason why we decided to create the Ink Tank Podcast Network overall, man. So shout out to that first sponsor. The second sponsor that we want to shout out is Vibes Lounge, man. Not many people know about it yet. We signed contracts next week. But listen, Vibes Lounge, the address is 34596 Lakeshore Boulevard. It's in Eastlake. But listen, every Wednesday and Saturday, we can't throw events here at the Incubator anymore, any party type of events at the Incubator anymore. But what we're going to do is we're going to shift all of this stuff there, and we're going to have weeklies, okay? So every Wednesday and Saturday, meet the Incubator at Vibes Lounge. If anybody's interested in throwing an event or hosting an event, it's going to be at Vibes Lounge, okay?
Beautiful venue.
An amazing venue.
Excellent food.
Great food,
hookahs, great bottle prices.
Great
great
section prices. You're not gonna the best section prices on in this area. And I kid you not, it's a very luxurious spot. Amazing, man. Black owned. Shout out to everybody that helped us put the deal together. Shout out to everybody who helped close the deal. We can't wait to continue working with these guys. But yeah, man, those are gonna be our two ongoing sponsors.
This coming Wednesday.
What we
Heels
got?
And Hookah.
Heels and Hookah. Stop by Vibes Lounge for our very first Incubator sponsored event at Vibes Lounge. Heels and Hookah. Ladies, you don't want to miss it. Go ahead, get your grown and sexy on. You feel what I'm saying? Ladies, invite your ladies. Fellas, invite more ladies. You feel me?
We got a special menu featured item.
Listen, man, this man
coming
Desmond
to the
has
menu.
not stopped talking about this.
Coming to the menu at Vibes Lounge in Eastlake, Ohio.
Listen,
we got a special treatment added to the menu.
Hey, y'all, listen. When
we went to the Incubator,
when we went to the meeting, before we really talked about any of the other logistics, Dez was like, "Oh yeah, y'all got a kitchen?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, y'all got so-and-so. I'm not going to tell y'all what's on the menu. I'm not going to tell y'all. Y'all got to come and test it out for yourself. But that was a part of the deal. Dez was like...
Part of the deal. I had to get this added.
We got to have our own... We have to get our own menu option, too.
Yes.
So, it's on the way, man.
At Vibes Lounge.
At Vibes
Special
Lounge.
menu item. I'm not going to say what it is. Close
y'all
friends,
find out.
y'all know.
Y'all will find out very soon.
Y'all will find out
very soon. You was talking about it yesterday.
Hey, we there tonight too. We're
gonna be there tonight. Yeah, stop through Vibes Lounge tonight. We're gonna have a nice little kick it.
Got the Abbey?
The address one more time is 34596 Lakeshore Boulevard in East Lake, Ohio, man. So slide
Vibes
through.
Lounge.
We probably gonna be there at about 8 o'clock. Probably a little bit earlier, you feel me, depending on when we get these podcasts finished. But make sure you stop by, have a good time with your friends, come and kick it, trust and believe. Listen, whenever it's an incubator type of function, you're gonna have a great time. So stay tuned, stay posted, follow us all on our Instagrams. So Des, shout out your Instagram, bro.
Hey, you already know what it is. At CEO Des, you feel me? Young entrepreneur, CEO Des. You heard it here.
For sure. My Instagram is @_TTBTim. And Darius, go ahead, shout out your Instagram. Both of them.
Oh, man? At DT Cook _. And then my photography page is DTC.photos.
For sure. And then also, everybody, please follow the Instagram of the Incubator. It's at the Incubator CLE. And if you haven't visited yet, go visit our website. That's www.theincubatorcle.com. That's a place where you can check and see all of our event postings, all of our merchandise sales, all of our scheduling for whatever you want to do, however you want to get in contact with us. Listen, that's probably the best way to do it. That's the most organized way to do it. That's the most professional way to do it. So obviously, we'll always be of access to you in any platform, but we would prefer for you to go check out the website, mostly because my man's Dez, just due to another amenity that we have here at the Incubator, you feel me? Dez created the website, and we also do.
Get with me.
Listen, we'll get into that. Y'all will hear all about that. But we back on this interview, man. We got my boy DT Cook in the building.
My man.
We got the boy himself in the building, man. So, DC, man. DC.
What's going on? One
of the main, I wouldn't even say the main grind because we just elaborated. You have multiple. But something that we see you're very passionate about is photos, man.
Yeah.
I want to know what sparked that interest, bro. I want to know where that started. What made you want to get into that type of stuff, man? Because that's also a creative act too. Mm-hmm. So what made you want to tap into that type of creativity when it comes to photography?
Oh man. So man, my 10th grade year of high school, yeah. I'm like my cousin is a big artsy guy. I always give him shout outs for my photography. For sure. Dreamcast.mo, aka Davon Mason Bryant, my guy. I love you for life. Man, I had he's my long lost cousin, and I'm very spiritual. I'm very, very spiritual. So we about to break down. I love it. I feel like God puts people in your life at the right time for a certain moment, right?
Please speak on it.
And and we're gonna talk more about it, but more about the spiritual side. But God put people in your life for a reason, and I felt that he was like an angel that came in my life. Like he's my long lost cousin. Technically, I call him my long lost cousin because I didn't meet him until later on in my life. Okay. So I pulled up to his crib. First of all, I don't know, a feel. I'm going back to a feel, man, because I don't like talking about emotions, but I always thought that equipment of art stuff was fascinating. Okay. Seeing a camera was fascinating. Yeah. Seeing DJ equipment was fascinating. Seeing mics fascinated me growing up. Was it
because of the technology or because of what it could do?
No, it's just the way it was. Okay. This is just me. Okay. The way it looked. So this dude, he was very artsy. My cousin's very artsy. DJ, sing, he rap, he do all types of stuff, man. So one day I just saw him he was holding the camera in his hand. Yeah. And I was like, man, that's so cool right there. That's so cool looking. Right. And he gave it to me. I asked him. I think I want to get in photography. Man. And I think I gave him $100 for real, $100 $150, right?
I want to dive deeper into that. I'm gonna let you finish your story first, but I want to dive deeper into that in a second. Let me write that down.
He gave it to me, and I was there it was, And then I just started taking pictures. I was taking pictures of everything. I was taking pictures of literally everything. Like, I was walking around DC taking pictures. I remember I had, like, went on a trip, I took pictures. And then my spark was I went on a trip to Spain and Morocco. I got a scholarship, Global Scholars Foundation. Nope. Global Scholars Foundation. It is a non-profit organization in DC that sends high school juniors, really sophomore, juniors, and seniors.
Yeah.
To overseas, and they picked a trip, man. And like, Davon is literally the reason why my photography is where it's at. I took that trip, I took more pictures, and like, I promise you, I think I still owe this man to this day that money. But like, photography started with him. Started with him giving me that camera. I started taking pictures of everything, and my love for it just trampled over and over. And then I got to college. Then I just started taking more pictures and more pictures. Yeah. And I was getting booked. And then I started meeting crazy people because of the camera.
Do you still use the same camera to this day?
Yeah, still got it.
Wow,
still got it. I'm not trying to let it go, man. Like, I've bought more cameras. I bought new cameras. I sold cameras. I bought new lenses. I sold lenses. I've been up and down with the photography. Like, I've equipment. It's expensive, but I don't know. That camera holds stop. That camera holds something deep to me, man. Yeah. So I'm still taking pictures. DTC.photos. I've been taking grad pictures for the last couple, like the last month or so. I just took some pictures for the Outrighteous podcast. Shout out to the Outrighteous podcast.
Shout out to the Outrighteous podcast.
I'm their house. I'm technically their house photographer. So I take pictures for them. And anybody who just need to take some pictures, man. I do a lot of event stuff. I do a lot of stuff, man. Follow me on Instagram at DTC.photos. I've been super busy and super trampled just with school and with everything that's going on. I'm trying to finish it strong. But more posts coming soon to 21. I got. Love it. We're gonna talk about this another. I feel like one of your questions is gonna run into this, but I planned out. This is my first year I planned out. My first year I actually planned. 21 is my first year I planned out, and we'll talk more about that. But I know you got a question, so.
Yeah, man. So, you said your cousin gave you his camera after you expressed your interest.
He just gave it to me.
Man, that's so dope to me, bro, because I don't think people understand how important it is for people that we look up to support whatever our interest is.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You don't know what it is. It's so many people out here, we're sort of teetering away from this generation, but our parents grew up in this, so they sort of put this on us to where if they didn't feel like it was serious enough or if it was going to bring a nice dividend of whatever it might be, right, a profit, whatever it might be,
right,
they would sort of push you away from it.
Yeah, if you ain't a lawyer or a doctor.
Exactly. If you're not trying to be a lawyer, doctor, teacher, nurse, just anything that, like, pretty much anything that you would pretty much just have to work for somebody for. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They will push that away, but I feel like it's so important, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's so important to support whatever it is creatively that people might want to be tapped into.
And man, when I first get my first big check, I'm cutting it to him, cutting something to him, because like I feel like I still owe this man. That's like I was supposed to pay him at like intervals, but I just never gave him another check. But like I just never gave him more.
It's your passion, bro.
Yeah, man.
You're probably looking at it like, listen, at the end of the day, him giving you that camera was an investment into you, bro.
Yeah.
He just wanted to see, I guarantee you, he just wanted to see how serious you were going to take it.
Right.
And now that he sees that you're actually a photographer now, bro, like you're actually a photographer.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
And it all started with him, bro.
Yeah.
What's the
That's
craziest
amazing, man. That's
project you've done with the camera? Like,
nude shoots are the wildest.
You said
nude, like nude. Like naked,
okay.
Yeah.
Naked.
Okay. So, I mean, one, that's not my style of photography. You know, I don't want to shoot. I mean, if I have to shoot an Instagram model, I'll do it. But I don't. That's not my. I like to my photography is more of an art form, and we can talk more about that deeper. Like I do a lot of this stuff because I love my camera. I love moments. Mm-hmm. So I don't like event photography, but I love moments. I love capturing moments. I love being able to go. I like free events first of all. I meet a lot of new people. I network my other things when I'm taking pictures at certain events. So it's how I go to events like networking events. I'm like, hey, can we take pictures? Like, yeah, well, I want to. But I really like this aspect of storytelling. Besides note that, man, I was shooting this girl, man. First of all, she just asked for she was like, yeah, I just want to take some pictures for my birthday. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, yeah, there's a contract or whatever. And we're actually friends. And then it ended up, she was like, yeah, I want to actually take a nude shoot. So it was wild. It was crazy because I was actually developing into a photographer at the time I was taking these. And it's a wild shoot. I never shot a girl naked with my camera. Only time you've seen a girl naked is when it's time to go to town. But I've never seen a girl naked for a shoot in front of me for in a professional way. So it definitely was a culture shock. I was like, what? Like, what is going on here? You know what I'm saying?
So she didn't warn you. She just took her.
I mean, she kind of spoke on it or whatever. But she was like, no. She spoke on it. You know what I'm saying? It was more like she already kind of had everything. She had a little backdrop in the house, in her house or room. And be mindful. This is me developing into a photographer. This wasn't even how I would have planned that shoot out today would have been way different if I was if I was to go back there. But it was just I just want to take pictures. So I tell you, I was taking pictures of everything, literally everything. Yeah. So I took pictures of her, and actually that put me in the bag of my Photoshop bag because it was a lot of things I had to Photoshop in, Photoshop out. A lot of things with the background. It was a lot of aspects that I learned because of no pun intended. But there was a lot of aspects that I learned. I learned just from that shoot alone that actually I learned from now. So it was a wild shoot, but it was an amazing opportunity too.
That's good stuff. Go ahead, Des. You can ask the next question, bro.
Yeah, I think that was a good segue. So
I want to know what the segue is.
How are you planning on advancing your business through COVID? Like, what are some of the things? Mm-hmm. And then you can expand on that. How are you planning to come out of COVID? Like, what are some of the things?
When the shutdown ends.
Like, bro, to be honest, hit the ground running.
To be honest, man, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm going to just explain it raw and authentic.
For sure.
COVID ain't stopped shit.
I feel you.
So, man, to be honest, it put me in a moment where I can sit down better and think deeply. Yeah. I think that's one thing about COVID is I have the opportunity to sit at home and think more deeply about my next decision compared to I'm on a flight and I go to sleep on accident on the flight. I think of an idea. I'm off the flight and I set the meeting up.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, COVID really ain't stopped much. It slowed things down, but it helped increase the ability to think deeper about the next entrepreneurial move that you're on. Yeah. Like, it really ain't stopped the ability to get things done. Like, you can still get things done. If you wanted to open up a restaurant, you should be working in construction.
Right.
You should be doing that now.
Right.
This is a perfect time.
Right.
Like, if you've been thinking about creating a business, but you don't have a business plan, you got time to sit down to make that business plan. Like, a lot of people saying, bro, like, a lot of small business loans, this is not for the scammers, this is for real people, but a lot of small business loans are being granted to African Americans who want to be entrepreneurs. This is baby, like the last time we had, I love how America goes through these small little sequences of years. Like, you got the baby boomer, then you got the industrial age, What's the last one?
Generation X.
Not even generationals, but the tagline to the generation, like the 90s, like the roaring 20s, and certain things. Like right now, we're in. I don't care. Entrepreneurs' dream space right now.
Facts.
I'm taking the ink right now. Like
Literally.
You're legit. Everybody has the ability to become an entrepreneur. I just looked up a stat. I might get it wrong, but in Ohio alone, it increased 30%. 30% LLC filed in this year alone. 30% in the last 10 years. People are putting LLCs in now.
Yeah.
So like my thing is like,
I done filed 2 since COVID started.
Yeah, my thing is, man, this is entrepreneur time right now, and this is the height of black businesses, and voted back to me. But look, this is my motivation to anybody that's wanting to do a business, bro.
Please
don't start it. Like my thing is, I saw this quote, man. I really wish it's in my phone. It's my screenshot of my phone. I'ma find it. But the quote literally was just this: Amazon had to have their first shipping. They ship out. You gotta start somewhere. Like legit. Like people be thinking, I don't want to do it because it's not gonna be perfect. No, I don't go fuck if it's perfect. Mistakes make the outcome. Right. Like the biggest. I'm sorry if I'm reverting for this, but I'm trying to motivate the people. If you want to do something, do it. That's it. Look, I always revert back my whole life. My life changed when I listen to ET all the time, right? You know I listen to Secret Success podcast. God, y'all know I love that podcast. But look, ET describes the lion and the gazelle. I say Giselle. Gazelle. He describes that life. Both wake up 6 a.m. every morning. They both running. One is running to eat, and one is running away for him not to be eating, to survive, right? Yeah. And in the way E.T. explaining this, most people are running away and running with the constraints of what's on them already. Like, oh man, I gotta keep doing this job because it's paying me well. I can't start this entrepreneur thing because you know it's not gonna go well. But trust me, my 9 to 5 is making me good money. Trust me, my kid, everything is fine. And then we go deeper. Oh man, if I get a job and I'm gonna make enough, then food stamps get cut off. Then I can't get my monthly bill. Like we're running. You're literally surviving. That's it. You're running away just to survive.
Right.
And you got the lion.
Yeah.
That he's running to eat.
Yes.
We need to start being lions. It's my ET voice. I can't talk like him, but we need to start being more lions. Yeah. And that is who I am. And that's why I do so much because, bro, I'm not going to... I was told, never in my face, but I was told as a percentage that I wasn't going to be shit.
Literally.
I wasn't going to be able to do. I wasn't going to be able to go to college. I wasn't going to be able to do the things I wanted to do, right? As a percentage from where I grew up at.
Yeah.
I was already told early on, and I already had the stigma early on that people like me that come from my area, that have my same skin, that have my same tone, my same verbiage.
Right.
Ain't gonna be anything. Right. I'm not gonna be nothing. Right. So I don't care what people say. Like, dang, dudes, like I ain't like that first cut. Fuck it. Thanks for telling me you like the first cut, but the second cut better be better. The second cut will be better than the first cut. They'll be in the third cut. Years later, we're on a 100 cut anniversary. Like, damn, we look back to the first episode. Look how we are now. Yeah. That's how people gotta start looking at shit, man. 100%. People gotta start looking at shit like that. Like, we ain't. And then learn too. Remember, I told you about the concept of learn. We can talk about that later. Yeah. But all right, we talking a lot about doing, but I want everybody to do this. Learn.
Please.
My thing is that I've done, Dez can speak on it. Like, this is your podcast, but fuck it, you can speak on it. Like, dude, I was to a point of my life where I had to learn. Like, when I had my camera and I got it, I was doing, but I was learning too.
Right.
My first picture don't look like a picture I got now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, my first college assignment don't look like my college assignment now. Boy, I'm banging out 10 pages in my sleep. At first I couldn't bang out 5. You have to learn. So my thing is that we say do, but I feel like a lot of times we don't say learn. And I want people to. I promise y'all, if you're an entrepreneur or if you're like in this space of trying to build something, you have to focus on learning because then you gonna get to a point where you gotta pour something into somebody because you ain't doing this. Like it's so wild that you doing this and you're not pouring into people. So only how you gonna pour into somebody if you understand it holistically, or 100% around 360. Why you doing something you understand? Just like any concept of life. Like why you in something if you don't know 100% of it? Like I remember your example. You was telling me you was doing wholesaling. Like you spent like a month just learning about wholesaling before you even went to go take a picture of the first house. Like that is what people got to start doing. Like. You all right? Great. I'm so happy for you doing your LLC. That's what we were telling you to do, right? Go get your LLC, right? But then I need you to learn the business laws behind the business that you're about to open up. I need you wanna do makeup, right? But now we gotta open up the Pandora's box of like, okay, what's
to do that?
Legally.
Not just on some all right, cool. Because people understand too, at home, just because you file a LLC doesn't mean that you're legally okay to perform whatever that business is.
That's just giving you the name.
Yeah, exactly.
And my thing is I'm telling people and I'm telling y'all now to learn. It was a lot of things I had. I mean, do first because you're gonna learn through the process.
Yeah.
But my thing is like, be open to learn. I meet a lot of people who come into a business or a certain aspect of business super arrogant. Like, bro, slow your ass down first off.
I agree.
Slow your fucking ass down, Mr. Know-It-all. Your business gonna fail 5 years because you think you got it all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But learn, be open, and be that line. But I know we got another question.
For sure. We got another question before we get into that. We at the 45-minute mark, so we just about to shout out our sponsors again. One more time, shout out to the Incubator, man. This is where we're at, the house of the podcast, the house of the Ink Tank Podcast Network, man. Darius was just talking about passing stuff on. That's literally the purpose of the incubator, right? So we don't just have our podcast. You see us right now. That's cool. But we have an entire podcast network where we're going to have people on air talking about different things like health, politics, education, entertainment, food, everything, anything that you could think about, anything that people have or feel like they have a voice to talk about and they need a platform. We are creating that platform for them. But that's just one amenity. We have retail space. We have a beauty room. We have office space where we perform different duties as far as like what DC was just talking about. Des was just talking about business filings, marketing for other businesses. We have a workspace for people who need labels made, for people who have printing services. We have, what else? We got storage. We got event space. We even have a car detailing company subleasing our space during the day. Our goal here at the Incubator is to just generate a platform for people who need it. That's it. That's what we trying to do. That's our bread and butter. That's what we sticking to. But we also love to kick it. We love to kick it. So we are about to get ready to sign this major deal with Vibes Lounge. That address is 34596 Lakeshore Boulevard. It's in Eastlake, Ohio, right? And that's going to be the Incubator's official kick it spot. So anybody who wants to party, anybody who wants to put on special events, anybody who just loves to just come out and kick it, have a good time with their friends in lieu of COVID, you feel me? Listen, we doing it. We going up. We going up safe though. So every Wednesday and every Saturday, meet us, the Incubator family, at Vibes Lounge. Again, that address is 34596 Lakeshore Boulevard in Eastlake, Ohio. Listen, we love our two sponsors, mostly because they coming right out of our baby, and we don't have to. We're not doing anything outside of our purpose, man. And here we love being in your purpose. We want to help you be in your purpose even more. That's the purpose of this podcast. That's why we named it What's Your Why? Because your why is the most important aspect of whatever business endeavor you have going on. All right. So, DC, man, before we leave, before we leave, man. I have one more question for you, Dez. If you got one more, you can ask it. But I just want to know right now, you heard the whole spiel, bro. You know if anybody else knows the purpose of the Incubator, man. So I want to know right now, what can we do as the incubator to help you strengthen your business?
Don't put me on the spot.
What can we do, man?
I mean, man, I don't, I'm for the people,
For sure.
Continue doing what y'all doing. I just tell y'all this. Stick to the why. Y'all why. Don't ever go past it, man. This is I appreciate y'all housing my first podcast episode. So that's where it's at. So if y'all want to do the second one, hey, that'll help me too. But nah, man, if y'all want to, man, continue doing what y'all doing, man. Continue being what y'all is, man. Y'all know the vibes. I text y'all. We can work something out all the time. All the time.
First of all, listen, bro. You know me better than a lot of people.
Right.
So don't ask, bro. Just be like, yo, Tim.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask.
The next episode is this day. We going up. We going up.
Yeah.
The other side of the AM, man. Tap into it. It's on Spotify right now. He said by the time this come out,
it's be on Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
It's everywhere outside of Apple right now. If you listen to podcasts,
by the end of this, it'll be on Apple.
Hopefully.
Listen,
Apple has as like this little I didn't see this on learning, right? It's a learning aspect. When you first drop a podcast, Apple takes a week to kind of like review it. Okay. And then they spit it in Apple Podcasts. But Spotify is so open. Spotify is is real big on for podcasts in general. But Apple, I don't know what Apple takes on, but
most definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Go ahead, Dad. That's the last one, bro.
Go ahead, wrap it up with this one. What do you think is a project or something that we could collaborate on together, the DTC brand with the Incubator CLE brand?
We got something cooking, man. I really think we need, and we can talk about this offline so the people won't take it. But nah, man, I think a blast of this entrepreneur spirit, with just creativity is something that we need to kind of revert to.
For sure.
And I've been thinking about something, so
I like it.
I'm gonna think more. I'm gonna think more about it.
We'll talk about it off air. Yeah. We elaborate.
Episode 2 coming soon.
For sure. Coming very soon. Part 2 with DTC coming very soon, man. But DTC, man. I love you, bro. Appreciate you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
The premiere.
Yeah, man.
The premiere, man.
But look, hey, for everybody that's listening, don't ever think your why is not a good why. All right, everybody has their reason. Everybody has their why. Just like I said earlier, man, every decision is a bad decision until you put the energy behind it. And your why, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but your why is your why. You won't know the outcome of the why, and then I also want people to understand too. As you move, you gonna have one big why, and then a lot of sub whys. You won't get another like a level why. So don't be discouraged because you got another why, but put energy behind that why and continue doing it. Like this is me telling y'all straight up: don't be scared, don't be nervous, don't be anxious. Do that business, get that LLC, and change somebody's life and change yours.
Love it, man. So, for everybody, man, thank y'all for tuning in to the first episode, man. The premiere of all premieres, man, of the What's Your Why podcast. We will be dropping weekly. Trust and believe the content will continue to be great.
Amen.
We will continue to bring in amazing people.
Let them know when we drop it.
Hey, matter of fact, you let them know. I forgot. You tell them, bro.
Each and every Monday.
Every Monday.
At 7 p.m.
7 p.m., man.
Stay tuned.
Stay locked in.
Dropping on December 7th.
Yep.
7 p.m.
Yep.
December 7th.
So, listen, man. Everybody continue to tap in. We appreciate y'all who tuned into the live. We appreciate y'all who gonna tune into the video when we put it on YouTube, and we appreciate everybody that's gonna tap in when we drop it on all the streaming platforms for podcasts, man. So, like I said, continue to be on the lookout. DC, thank you, man.
Thanks for having me.
Not a problem, bro. Everybody out there, man, stay blessed, stay safe. Listen, focus on your why, and that'll get you to where you need to be.
The Ink
Tank. All right, the Ink Tank podcast. We listen to y'all. We hear from y'all later.
See ya.